Hey guys, Zephyrnix here. Alright, I want to talk about something because a lot of people on YouTube really aren't talking about this, so it needs to be said. We need to stop with all the hateful comments. And YouTube and Xbox Live, a lot of social networks is where it really stems from. Mostly it's from cowards, I gotta say. Cowards, they're people who go on, cowardly, they'll say things, they're all across the world saying something like that, knowing damn well that they will have to reap the repercussions of whatever happens if they were face to face. I mean, that's just real. But, I mean, it's an ignorant, I've had a lot of people recently, due to the aftermath of the videos I just said, for no reason decide to throw racial comments on me. One guy actually dropped the N-bomb. And, and it's like, wow, that's one of the reasons why I stopped the whole console war thing. I used to have fun just playing with people, but if you notice something, I never ever said Xbox 360 was the best system in the world, PlayStation 3 sucks. I don't really say things like that. I just usually comment on what you said and how you were wrong. That's pretty much it. I don't really go into the whole Xbox 360 rules, all PS3 sucks, the Xbox 360 owns, nothing like that. Why? Because it's kind of on a childish level for me. Why do I need to say all that stuff? I'm not getting paid for that. Okay? Look, listen, I don't do this stuff to get views because that makes no sense at all for someone to actually make videos on video games just to get views. And then admit it on a video, and I don't anyway. Look, you got a lot of people. Let me give one example. El Presidor. El Presidor was the first person to drop a racial slur on my page, and I was like really amazed because I'm like, wow, I haven't seen that in a while. So I'm wondering, like, okay, and was I hurt from it? No, not really. It doesn't really matter to me. But it does matter to the fact that there's a lot of people dropping racial slurs on here. A lot so kids can see, and then the cycle of hate just continues to go. Now, listen. It's one thing to go ahead and say whatever you say, like call someone a faggot or not. But it takes an intelligent person to say I disagree with your comment and tell them why, and then say something in a respectful manner. If you notice all my videos, all my text comments, I never call someone truthfully anything that's really hateful, I say a couple of things, yes, but when it comes to hateful matter, no, I don't say that. The only racial things I've ever said was regarding Xbox Live, and how most of the time people cussing on there, people call me whatever they want to call them, are little white kids from the suburbs. That's not me being racist. That's actually kind of true, because if you look at any of these videos here, all you hear are white people from the suburbs between 10 years old and 15 years old talking all this mess, cussing, calling people gay and faggots and whatnot, mostly because their parents are off in the other room doing whatever they're doing and not supervising their children. Okay? I'm talking about this from a father's point of view, from a man's point of view, from a gamer's point of view. From a black man, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it from every point of view, and they all lead to the same conclusion. That when it comes down to it, we need to stop with all the hateful comments. And that's just it from there. We need to grow up, grow the hell up, and get on with our lives. Okay? Seriously. I'm really tired of having to deal with all the hateful comments. People leaving hateful comments not only on my videos, but on my page as well. And like I said, I don't need my children to see that. I don't need anyone else's children to see stuff like that. And for them to say, oh, that's funny, ha ha ha, let's continue with it. No. I leave it alone. I take it off my page, that person gets officially blocked, and I go along with my life. But I decided to stop my life just this once to try to explain to all you people who seem to want to leave those comments on there, who are really just cowards. Because you know damn well that you would not do that in real life. I've had plenty of witnesses, plenty of situations where, someone who said something over the internet, whatnot, and when it was time for me to confront them in real life, they was like, oh, no, I was just playing, man, it's all, no. If you can't say it in real life, don't say it on here. And that's just it from there. I'm out.